What's up, y'all? It's the Gaming on here, and today we got more layoffs. We also got gamers going back to play old games, as if that wasn't already a thing. And we also got the developers of Stellar Blade is recommending you leave her clothes on. If you are interested in the news that we have today, I'm gonna hop right into it. And without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so starting with our first story, as I said before, we have more layoffs. It seems like the gaming industry is just getting smaller and smaller the more layoffs they have. But let's dive into this topic real quick. Gearbox suffers employee layoffs following the Embracer sale. Last week, Embracer Group announced it was selling Gearbox software to the Grand Theft Auto publisher Take-Two for $460 million. Sheesh. Hours after the sale, some Gearbox employees announced on social media that they had been let go from the company. Today, Gearbox has confirmed these departures. In a statement to Eurogamer, Gearbox states that an unknown number of employees have been let go, but that those affected are not tied to the development of upcoming games. Gearbox stated last week that it has 6 titles in the work, including a new Borderlands game. If you looked at my previous videos, I told y'all before, I hate Borderlands. Maybe hate is a strong word. I dislike Borderlands. I don't know. Just wasn't for me. As we strive for our mission to entertain the world, we are grateful that our talent and capabilities are of interest to you and your audience, says Gearbox as part of its statement. The Embracer Group will continue to report on their restructuring program that impacted some of Gearbox today that are not tied to the development of Gearbox software games. While Gearbox has not divulged the number of staff members let go, several employees took to the social media soon after the announcement of the sale to announce their departures. Among them, Gearbox PR manager Jennifer Locke stated on X that she and countless others have been affected, as surfaced by Eurogamer. Embracer sold Gearbox after acquiring it for $1.3 billion in 2021 as part of an ongoing effort to reduce the cost after betting on a $2 billion deal with Saudi Arabia-backed Savi Games Group that ultimately fell through last year. Embracer has spent the last few months either selling off its studios, shutting them down, or laying off employees as part of a massive reconstruction process to recoup losses from this failed deal. My opinions on the matter. Honestly, if Gearbox keep this up, I don't think they're gonna have a company anymore. It's funny how Embracer bought Gearbox for $1.3 billion and now they're reselling it for $460 million. That is more than half of the profit that you lost from buying and selling this. You know, usually when people buy companies, they try to sell it at a higher uptake. This says a lot. I'm not super business savvy. Clearly, if I was, I probably wouldn't be doing this. But I don't think this is good for Gearbox or for anything relative to Gearbox. I don't know. This is definitely good for Take-Two. Who knows what Take-Two is gonna do? For all we know, Take-Two could take Borderlands and turn it into some kind of Grand Theft Auto. Imagine a Grand Theft Auto RPG. I don't know. That may be kind of fire. Anyway, next topic. Consumers were mostly playing older games in 2023, report suggests. I can tell you right now, off the rip, that's already true. I've been playing games that came out so long ago. Games like Noida, stuff like Nova Drift. I'm a huge roguelite person. I like them both. I'm also a huge Soulsborne. I like games that have difficulties to them. And honestly, a lot of the games that are coming out now, they're not that difficult. Some of them are overly difficult. And the thing I like about FromSoft is that FromSoft has a way to balance the difficulty with making it not seem unfair. Because there are some games that are just hard for no reason. I hate them because it makes me rage harder in those kind of games than, say, like a Dark Souls or Elden Ring. Like for instance, take Millennia, however you want to call her. It took me over 30 tries to fight Melania, but never once in that fight did I ever feel like this fight is unfair. This fight is overly hard. I always felt like I could beat her if I just got good. And eventually I did get good. And eventually I did beat her. Now compare that to a game like the very first Lords of the Fallen. I don't know if you guys even played it. I don't even know if you guys ever heard of it, but it was a Soulsborne at the time, which means that I wanted to play it, and it was bad. I that was overly difficult. It was just hard for no reason. So from what I know, a lot of people didn't even get past the little castle area. There's some boss you got to fight, and that boss, he was just ridiculous. From what I know and what other people know, most of us didn't even reach past that part. And if you did, then hey, more power to you. But I wasn't about to waste my time trying to do all that. On Tuesday, Newzoo released its second annual games industry report shared by Kotaku, which includes data on consumers' habits such as spend and gameplay during 2023. The report emphasizes how while developers can still be successful, players are spending more time in already established franchises and live service games, in theory making it harder for new games to find an audience. According to the Newzoo, while games industry grew to 2023 reaching 93.5 billion in revenue, a small number of publishers and developers took up a significant slice of the overall pie. According to the data, just 66 titles accounted for 80% of all playtime in 2023, and 60% were spent in games that are 60 years old or older. Let's take a look at this chart that they provided us with. Okay, so what we have here is games ranking in the top 10 by average MAU are over 7 years old on average and generally fall into one of four categories. For PC, we have Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, Counter-Strike 2 and Go, Sims 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, League of Legends, Valorant, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Rocket League. And the average years on market is 9.6 years. So what I'm getting from this, the average years on market is how long ago the game came out, and then you basically average those times out to get your years on the market. So a lot of PC players are still playing mainly older PC games. Like League of Legends has been out forever. I think it's over 15 years now, over 20 years now that League of Legends has been out. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been remade as many times as Skyrim, if not more than Skyrim. Rocket League, I don't think that game ever went away. Rocket League was just always there, and once it came out, it just took over the charts. And even now, to see it in the top 10 after all these years is still pretty impressive, honestly. All right, so for PlayStation, we have Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, 3, and Warzone 2.0, EA Sports, FC 24, I think that's soccer? Roblox, Rocket League, Minecraft, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Apex Legends, and Fall Guys. I got a funny story about Fall Guys. I played Fall Guys one time, and I was actually tripping on LSD. Yo, I couldn't stop laughing. It was hilarious how much, like, the game is just so funny. On Xbox, we have Fortnite, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, 3, Warzone 2.0, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft, Roblox, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Starfield, Apex Legends, and FIFA 23. I am surprised to see Starfield is still even in the top 10 for when it comes to Xbox. Either you guys don't know what good games are, or Xbox ain't got no good games for you guys to play, so you're stuck with Starfield. Either way, I mean, hey, more power to you. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I put over 60 hours into Starfield, and I'm not gonna say I hated it, but I disliked it. And the only reason I went that far into the game was because I kept hearing, oh, the game opens up more after this many hours. The game opens up more after this many hours. And eventually, after I hit 60, I was just like, I think I've reached the peak as far as game is. And it just didn't interest me anymore. However, that could also be a lie. I never did a New Game Plus, and from what I hear, some of the great features in Starfield are through the New Game Plus. Problem is, you gotta have a good game for me to want to play New Game Plus. For the Switch, we have Fortnite, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Mario Kart 8, Minecraft, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Fall Guys, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Hogwarts Legacy, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So out of these four mainstay systems, the Switch has the least average years on market. And honestly, that's because the Switch has been killing it with their game releases. Not just the Switch. Nintendo has been killing it with their game releases. 5 older games, Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto 5, League of Legends, Minecraft, and Roblox accounted for 27% of all playtime in the year, according to Newzoo. Even the playtime spent on games defined as new is made up partly by annualized sequels. 23% of new games include these yearly titles such as FIFA and Madden. Just 8% of playtime was spent on new non-annual games such as Diablo 4 or Baldur's Gate 3, according to the data. In Newzoo's top 10 played games, Fortnite took the top spot on every platform, including Switch and PC. The rest of the entries included familiar games like GTA, Counter-Strike, Apex Legends, while just one dedicated single-player game, Starfield, made the list across Xbox and PlayStation. It will be increasingly challenged to grow a games player base, states Newzoo in the report, particularly in our current landscape where evergreen titles and robust content pipelines reign supreme. I already gave you a little bit of my thoughts on that when we went over the chart. So from here, we're just going to move on to the next topic. Y'all got to chill. Stellar Blade director recommends Eve wears as much clothes as possible. Keep her clothes on. Or not, I don't care. It's really up to you. Once you buy the game, you can do whatever you want. Stellar Blade's demo launched a few days ago, giving us a good idea as to how the game will play. From what we've seen from the trailer, most of us assume that Stellar Blade was more of a hack and slash title, but it actually plays more like a strange Sekiro Nier Automata hybrid. It's pretty tough too, which isn't surprising given its inspiration, but there is one thing we can all do to make sure we don't make the game harder than it needs to be. Most of the pre-release conversations surrounding Stellar Blade has been about the main character, Eve, and her body. And while some of you find that sort of thing one of the game's main draws, you'll actually want to cover up as much as possible if you don't want to go through several controllers during the game's boss fight. In fact, Stellar Blade's own director, Kim, I'm not doing that, has suggested that players should wear clothes as much as possible to make the game easier. In an interview with Famitsu Kim, I'm not doing it, he goes into details about Eve's skin suit, the piece of clothing that she originally starts the game in before quickly donning her cover art outfit. Stellar Blade is an incredibly raunchy game, so it obviously allows you to equip the skin suit whenever you like it, but Kim warns that it has no defensive function and that the game's difficulty will increase dramatically if you decide to wear it at all times. This is the tweet of him posting that. Having the skin suit constantly equipped is essentially playing Stellar Blade in super hard mode, like playing Elden Ring while rolling in real life or without walking. And should probably only be attempted if you're a savant with the game's combat system. Anything less and you're more likely to find Eve exquisitely rendered keister spread across the pavement by every enemy you come across. I know that won't stop some of you though, especially with the game having Souls-like inspiration. That's a fan base that thrives on challenge, and I could guarantee you will have skin suit any percent speed run locked in less than a week after launch. So here's my opinions on the game. I want to play Stellar Blade. Unfortunately, broke boy can't afford no PS5, so I'm probably just gonna have to wait for the game to come out on PC. I hope that that's only like a year later. Whereas like Horizon, it took 3 years for Horizon to come to the PC. I really hope Stellar Blade comes to the PC like after a year. I think this game would be phenomenal. I think this game will be phenomenal. Like, literally was just talking to you guys a few minutes ago about how I am a huge fan of Souls-like games. And yes, I too thought this was more like hack and slash. It looked a little more Devil May Cry, but now from what we're hearing, you gotta be careful in this game. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a few rage quitting posts after like the first day, maybe two. I'm excited for the people that's excited for this game. I'm also excited for this game, so I'm excited for myself. But the only thing that makes me upset is that I can't play it right now. Don't worry though, there are plenty of other games to play, and I can always wait for the game to come out. And that's all I have for you guys today. If you like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you made it this far, please tell me what you think about anything in the video. Please leave a comment. Please share this for me. And to be honest with you guys, I'm having a lot of fun with this video recording stuff. I'm super happy to have started my YouTube journey / Rumble journey. I actually uploaded my videos on the Rumble. Check them out if you don't want to use YouTube. And yeah, the Gaming Zone is out. Peace. Talk to you guys later.